Sentinel skills! I got 35 points. Look at that. I should have bought more points. I should have bought more skills. Peach muscle. No, I really should have bought more skills. Alright, finish prep. I too miss Fat Byakuya. Just because he was Fat Byakuya. His official name, Fat Byakuya. During the class trial, you present your arguments of who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment, but if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave the island. I don't mind starting a trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. No, you definitely know, because you crazy bitch boy. Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you? But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either. You're fine, your head's empty anyways. Why are we being so mean? Why we gotta be so mean? Empty head? What's wrong with that? Listen up, the emptier your head, the larger your breasts. I don't know how her shirt like buttons up. Is it like a self-healing shirt? We shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of the events. Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and the motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consists of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Hiyoko, and myself. The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hiyoko. Excuse me, Sonya, they said I'm explaining. Don't interrupt me. Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages. I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and fooled around in bed with me. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room. That's where she set up the murder. And then I saw the incoming signal on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. Then when I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was Mikan pretending to be the person being hanged. A video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head climbing a stepladder. Amazing, that's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do? I tried to stop them. I rushed to the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. It's not like there was 2 people. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel. Why? Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least that's what I thought, but the only person who came was Chiaki. But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko. We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight. After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. She literally rested for like 5 minutes. She was like, let's go rest. Alright, let's go check on people. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out. Ooh. I wish you'd plead to me in various ways. Don't say it like that and confuse people. Oh man, Fuyuhiko, you're so tsundere, man. After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. It also could have been her long hair hanging out of the hemp bag. But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body, we also found Hiyoko's body. Not just that, her body was taped to a pillar. That's when the body discovery announcement, not once but twice. And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we? When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki. So that's how the case played out. Thank you, I understood it very easily. Well, it's clear that the problem with this case is, when Hajime left the music venue, wait! How do we know anything Hajime said is true? Shit. Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now, and the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could have been lying as much as you want right now, right? Why would I lie? Because you're the killer. Obviously, if you can make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you. Do you doubt me? If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Try to prove it! Prove it! Prove it! Yeah! Yeah, huh? Prove it! Prove it! Prove it! Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble. Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious. If Hajime's testimony is a lie, I agree. Then the fact that Ibuki hung herself, that's also a lie. I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness. Why would Hajime lie? Well, obviously it's because he's a killer. That's right. Did Hajime kill both of them? Yes, it was me. The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means that it probably is Hajime's fault. Wait. Movie invitation ticket, does that say when I watched it? Oh yeah, because I didn't see the movie until after the event. Yeah, so since we are the only one who watched the movie after the murder took place on the day of the murder, this should mean that we couldn't be the one, we couldn't have done it, right? I think our testimony is a lie. I agree. He's the killer. Did Hajime kill both of them? Yeah, we did. The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. Oh shit. I think I shot. No, I must have missed because. Yeah, I think I missed. Let me try shooting that again. Shit. Oh man, this is harder to shoot. This is crazy FPS, man. Best. Okay. So that's not it. That's weird. It, like, I hit it. I don't know if we aren't the killer. Motel room key, scrap of thick paper, surveillance camera unit, surveillance monitor video. What's the surveillance monitor video say? The video that Hajime saw, the hospital video, shows a person dressed in a thing. No, we hit it, it shook! We hit it and it shook. Ah, God, guys. Alright. Oh, we have to hit the orange. Oh. I knew that. Of course you're not. I already knew that. Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation tickets prove of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma? Yep, no mistakes there. Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could have committed those murders that imitated it. Or, did anyone tell him what happened in the movie? Of course no one did, right? You're the one who brought this up in the first place. What are you doing? Since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up. Warm-up? This isn't a game. Or is it? We're all in the game, guys. This is a game. I just think warming up is really important, especially since this isn't a game, but it is a game. What a waste of time! Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway. Because I'm the killer. Since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let's move on. So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right? Ibuki made suicide. If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko? A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as the suicide ain't possible, huh? Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that. Let's ask Hajime, how long would you say you were away from the music venue? I couldn't have gone more than 10 minutes. So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes. There's no way that's possible. That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room. What do you mean a closed room? The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try to keep us from entering right away. That door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either. You're obviously right. You're absolutely right. Which means when we broke down the door, the killer was still inside. Ah! If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who didn't have an alibi at the time. Sonya and Kazuichi. Oh! Why's it gotta be us? Others all have alibis. You all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in hospital, the only person that leaves is you. There's another person who didn't have an alibi, you know, Nekomaru. You can't. You're not up to something weird, are you? Please stop making bad jokes. If the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis. What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill? The killer was inside the music venue. Hiyoko obviously thinks that, but is that really it? Semi-transparent glob of semen. The killer was still inside the music venue by locking the door from the inside. They tried to keep us from getting in. It seems they were trying to stall for time. How did they lock the door? That door should not have a lock. The lock was on the floor in front of the door. Talking about the broken drumstick? Yes. Yes, we are. You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited until we gathered together and suddenly appeared. So they looked like they had just rushed over. I've seen this in serial crime dramas. That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Okay. So what's semi-transparent glob say? A strange glob that was stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. Step ladder? I guess. So it's one of the contradictions. The only one I can think of is the first one, that they were trying to stall for, that they were on the inside. Let's try that. Got it. Hold on a second, there's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside. From the outside? How? There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used. Semi-transparent glob, like rubber maybe. It wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably... I mean... if it tasted good, it would be gummy. Let's go with glue. That semi-transparent glob must have been glue. Glue? Yeah, I think so too. It was a firm gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on that, I'm certain it was glue. You know, this is bothering me, and I want to change my webcam size so that way I fit right there. Not important, but I want it. I didn't know glue was edible. I believe it's not something one typically eats. That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it into the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside. And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. It fits perfectly. If you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know. that doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside. What'd you say? First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion. Are you saying the drumstick was a trap? No, I'm saying that bitch girl was a trap. Then I totally fell for that fucking trap. Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all. Like a circle. Only one side. The outside. So during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space. They also taped her up and killed her, right? Even quick work has limits. What unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me. You're the killer, though. If they couldn't have done it with Hajime while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that. Earlier? But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right? But is it possible that the body just revealed at the time when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier? Just revealed? Of course! The body wasn't revealed on its own, the killer did that too. I have proof! Scrap of paper. That's right, but just what is this scrap of paper anyway? What is it? What is it? Is this the... oh, Hangman's Gambit. Wallpaper. W-A-L-L-P-A-P-E-R. I hope it's wallpaper. W. Alright. A. Yep, wallpaper. W-A-L. No, it's just... oh, make it huge. Oh, shit. W-A-L. Come on. L. P. I need one more R. P. A. Oh, shoot. Oh, wrong one. P A. Let's get out of my way. P. Keep the R. Now I need E. E R. Wallpaper. That scrap isn't part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as the scrap. There's also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so, you're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with a tear in the wallpaper, it fits perfectly. I see, so the scrap that was caught in the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper. What's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing? A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that, although I know everything. If you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily. The scrap of paper stuck in the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? Like a magician, a magic trick slowly reveals his secrets. Let's give it a try. Logic dive! Alright. 3, 2, 1, go! Whoa! I think control is speed up? Yeah. Space is jump right. Dang, you guys see that cool action? Okay, there we go. Logic dive! Action, action, adventure, fun! Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear in the crime scene? It was hidden. Bum 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 bum. Oh, we did it! Speed! Go, go, speed. Go, go, speed racer. Go. This reminds me of a bunch of old games and I like them. What did the killer use to hide her body? Shoot. The wallpaper. You hate it? Why do you hate it? I like it. Did you hate it because you're bad at it? Because I like it. Sorry, my face is covering up the question. You just have to deal with that. Bunny hop. Oh, I shouldn't bunny hop. I'm having too much fun. Ooh. I don't know if I have to jump off of those, but I am jumping off of them. Question 3. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? Cover the pillar. I don't remember what break button was, but it's okay, we didn't need it. Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear? Hidden. What did the killer use to hide the body? Wallpaper. How did it hide the body? Covered the pillar. Break! I got it. Hiyoko's body was hidden before we found it. But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body. No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it along with the pillar using the wallpaper. They hid the whole pillar! Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered the body, Hiyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed with a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize it at the time. Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away. I mean, if you were smarter, you would have noticed it, but it's too late now. The baton lining forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits. Then the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like the pillar. That's how they hid Hiyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue. But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally added an extra ingredient to concoction. Chemical X. And because of that, a scrap was left at the baton lighting. The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them. But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky. But the crime itself would have been much easier to pull off, since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just peel it off and stash it in a storage room. It's not that big of a deal. When was Hiyoko actually killed? Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on the imitation murders. You mentioned imitation more than once, but what is that? Are you kidding me? You hadn't seen my masterpiece, The Wizard of Monokuma 2.5D? Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission. You're pretty noisy for someone who eats moss balls. Rude. There's so many similarities, it must have been intentional. Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death for the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after the death matches the lion's death. It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted, or was he? But why did the killer go through all this trouble in the first place? We're gonna find out that Nekomaru's been mutilated, his body just tumbles down here, and by the way, here's the third murder. It's Nekomaru, his body just rains in from the sky. The reason the killer imitated the two victims, it's to mix up the killing order. Because they like to mix up the killing order. The reason the killer imitated two of the murders is to mix up the killing murder. Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki. A valid line of reasoning. It's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well. What does that mean? What does it mean? I'm not even crying. I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind. What a jerk. Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right? Because you're a dum-dum, right? An even bigger jerk. Impossible. Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself. That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor. What's wrong with that? But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. Well, that would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki. How light! Your words are so light as Sliss feather! Your opponent is out of your league. It's too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately. He's being so annoying again. First and foremost, your claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. It's because of the smut. The smut on her feet. Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor. Masturbating? You're the one to talk. Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. We're in a circle right now. We are talking in circles. Make your argument. Blood on the souls. When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor. Sure. I'm telling you to present your evidence. Did you see her walking? These boots are made for walking. If her feet are on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something? Yes. Blood on the souls. That seems really, really easy. But she was like sitting or something. A mark on her ass? Hell yeah! Let's check out that ass! It doesn't even pierce my heart. Guys, let's check out the dead girl's ass again. We gotta really inspect her butt. Boop. Consent! I give you my consent. Sonya, never mind. You can do whatever you want with me. Just as Sonya said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood! There was faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers. That's not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries. Then it's Hiyoko's blood! Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. She died almost instantly, right? If Ibuki stepped on her blood, that means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed. Ah! A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks a lamb, Hajime Hinata. Does that mean you have a rebuttal? The game screen sure does seem to suggest he has a rebuttal. Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't make a sound. It seems you realize our difference in status. I'm a level 50 warlock while you are a level 10 mage. However, this time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to your fullest. Rebuttal showdown. Rope, scrap paper. Oh jeez, that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit. Motel, rope, surveillance, smudge. I'm gonna assume that the answer is going to be smudge. You're saying the blood belonged to Hiyoko? That's impossible! Remember the crime scene? There was no blood on the floor. Ah, just smudge. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we slice the smudge. Boop, 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 boop. Blood! Counter! Easy. That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterwards. Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all. Yes, I do. It's the blood on the floor. You don't have proof that there's blood on the floor? Yes, I do. It was the blood on the floor. When the killer tried to hide Hiyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it and the killer probably didn't even realize it. The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders. Even if they were able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open. Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds. Hiyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Mikan, none of us were aware of this fact, so the killer probably didn't know it either, unless Mikan was the killer. Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue, so it would screw up with Mikan's autopsy. That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater. or I didn't want to tell you because I'm the killer. If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma files, just to keep concrete evidence from us. Since we all had this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki. It appears that it's wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions. Could you not? Can you just shut up and back off? Now then, let us resume our debate. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first. Didn't something like this happen last time too? If the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do? Suicide. The same as always, you have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it, suicide means you killed the most important existence of all, yourself. It's just like in the first game, remember? That means there's no Blackton to punish, but I guess in a pitch, I'll always punish the computer. Why me? Nagito, what do you mean if the victim actually committed suicide? Well, I mean, I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right? That's totally impossible. She never would have killed her to begin with. She was afflicted by despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen. But if Ibuki's a killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanging body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon afterward means the killer had to have been alive at that time. She was alive. She was a zombie. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move, mess with the crime scene, and she hung herself. There's no way she could have faked that. And if she was gonna fake her death, I think she would have chose hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan. I see. There's no doubt someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer. What the heck? Ah, there's still one more issue in my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw? Like literally nobody has mentioned. Well, literally our main character, because we're the one who saw the video, has not mentioned that we can't see her hair sticking out of her body here. Then does that mean someone forced her to do it? Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism, or they could have just told her to do it because she was easily gullible. Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was. An alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the whole video, it's clear what time the crime took place. But just to be sure, the surveillance camera didn't have a recording function, right? It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know. There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature. The video Hajime saw was actually live. What time did Hajime see the video? Right before Monokuma's morning announcement. I saw the body a little after Monokuma's morning announcement. Ibuki hung herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was during the announcement. Do not agree. Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time. Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence. Make your argument. We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right? And what about the others? Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my hotel room. I think everyone in the motel was doing that. So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys? The one... I was at the cottage. That's not an alibi. Aside from those afflicted by the disease, nobody has an alibi then. Operation Destroy My Weakest Alibi has failed! Okay. So let's see, Sonya and Fuyuhiko. Let's read them again. Sonya... Oh, Fuyuhiko was running around, right? Fuyuhiko and Mika can only separate for a short time. Sonya? Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled. No. Mikan. What about Mikan? What did Mikan say? Mikan. Right until the Monokuma announcement, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital in search for Ibuki, she met up with Hiyoko. I think Hiyoko running around is the one that we want to mention. Right? Because we want to find the person who was not with anybody during the morning announcement-ish. They split up in search for Ibuki. Yeah, that's what I want to say. That he split up in search of Ibuki. Damn. If you have a rebuttal, please make sure it makes sense. Yeah, you dum-dum. Exclude sick people like you and Akane? Sure, that seems fine. Then, is it Mikan's account of them splitting up? He was sleeping in his room, that seems fine. Yeah, I don't have any reason to agree with that. Got it. Wrong one. Hold on, not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mika and I both have alibis. You two had alibis. Up until I saw the hanging video, Mika and I were actually together for a while. We even woke up together that morning. Nice! Oh, what kind of situation was that? This kind of situation. I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime. Too much info. Not enough info. Not enough info. Give me a flashback of what happened. Come on, give me a flashback. She just came to tell me Nagito's condition had improved, and then we accidentally slept together. So we were together until right before the morning announcement. You guys had alibis. If that's the case, the killer must have been somewhere else. It's better if we just think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyways. So it's inevitable that the alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important. It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead. But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Huh? Faking the time of the crime by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the purpose is in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie? Are you saying there's another reason? I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence. The killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. So then, whose trap is it? Break time? Time out. Gochiso-sama. Why, hello there, Monomi. The moss balls sure look tasty today. Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. What is that? Now then, Monomi's appeal time starts now. Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. For honor! Good luck. That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time already running out, so please make your appeal simple. 3,000 words. 30,000 words. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities. Merchandising! I'm Usami, magical miracle girl. Usami. I'm an itty-bitty, teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini that I wore for the first time today. And I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best. What a disappointment. Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Bum bum. She's cosplaying as Roadhog is what she is. That Roadhog cosplay with the belly button. I'm Monomi! Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We are supposed to have fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose yourself. Don't forget to save frequently. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist? Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing. If that's the case, it would be just Danny if they had gone ahead and killed me instead. The imitation would have been perfect, so why didn't they do that? It's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place. That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that darn rule. I wish I were dead. But I'm thinking about it again. He's totally right. It feels incomplete. Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because Monokuma's rule. It's not just that. Come on! Try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second. That's the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right? Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right? But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Yeah, why can't you use arrows? Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate arrows. That's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it. Are we critiquing the murderer's imitation? Can you not even murder somebody properly? I mean, there's a way to do it. Your murder is sloppy. It's a sloppy execution. You really should have worked on your display. I mean, showmanship is very important for a murderer. If we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless. What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned? I'm saying Hiyoko's murder wasn't. What? Hiyoko's murder wasn't planned. I understand the imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just a poor imitation, there's also other strange details. Strange details like what? Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue? However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark thieves of the destruction are getting riled up. Why Hiyoko went to the music venue, if that's the key to all this? I need to find out, no matter the cost! What happened to Fuyuhiko's eye? Well, Fuyuhiko's eye, as you know, if you masturbate too much, you go blind, and that's what happened. He masturbated too much, so one of his eyes went blind. Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue? To get to the other side. There's no way we know that. Maybe the killer summoned her with a summoning spell. Maybe she got abducted. No, maybe she went of her own free will, or she was guided by the will of causality. Alright, so we have music venue, motel room key, blood and souls, motel room key. I want to agree with she went of her own free will, but the one I would want to use, I want to use Sonya's account. That's what I want to use. I want to use Sonya's account to say she went of her own free will. That's not an option here. The wizard, what's the wizard of Monomise? First, Scarecrow died, blah blah blah, that doesn't help. AC temperature, surveillance camera unit. Surveillance camera unit. Maybe you want to use the key to say that she went of her own free will. AC temperature. Yeah, I guess the key is the closest thing that we have. For she went of her own free will. Summoned. Abducted. Free will. Ah, I missed. Yep, got it. Consent! It's just as Sonya said, she went to the music venue of her own free will. So, exactly as I assumed. If no one called on her, why did she go? Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them. There's no way she got abducted. Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out. If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it. The killer could have locked the door, right? Just to hide the fact that she was abducted? Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that. Objection! Are you saying my gut was wrong? My gut's filled with food! First and last highlight of the day, why don't you just let me shine already? Shine bright like a diamond? I'll shut you up right now. Shine bright like a diamond. Rebuttal showdown! Stepladder, Smudge, Mikan's, Phalanx, Hiyoko, Sonya's account, Hiyoko's locked inside her room. She definitely got abducted or something. Oh shoot. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. That girl is so small and weak looking. That's why the killer targeted her. Oh man, spam it. Oh god, I'm so bad. Okay, wait a second. Boop, 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 boop. Slice it, slice and dice it. That girl is so small and weak looking. That's why the killer targeted her. She's a pansy. Oh wait, I'm ready to, I'm trying to spam it, man. I'm ready to spam it. It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself. The killer was a shit. So maybe the killer just put it there later. She's more stubborn than I thought, but I can't back out. I need to counter her remarks. Boo, 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 boo. Shoot, shit, I suck. Advance! There's no reason the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key. Hold on, try to remember Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono be messed up. She fought the killer, and that's a proof she was abducted, right? I'm not even on the screen anymore, I'm so bad. Okay. Oh, back in circles, man. Okay, and then Sonya's account of her kimono being messed up. Hold on, remember the body. Kimono was all messed up. Oh shit, no, wrong one. Ah, fudge nuts. Okay, slice it, dice it. Kimono's all messed up. She fought the killer. There we go, wrong one. I got too excited. The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it, because she's a dum-dum. Wear her kimono? Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided not to go out on her own. Hiyoko seemed to really struggle with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That's why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue and I suggested that she use it. That's the reason the kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer. Yeah, she went to the music venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono. And then she deaded. Boil me, burn me, boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew. Yeah, no, let's go with take off your clothes. Yeah, Akane, you messed up. You messed up. You better take off your clothes right now as an apology to the rest of us. I mean... I mean, just take off your shirt, because I can't. Just take off your clothes right now as an apology. Make her admit defeat, or better yet, make her do a little something something. Yes! I agree, Kazuichi. Just take off your clothes as an apology. What is wrong with you, Hajime? What is wrong with you? The killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue. Though that may not apply to Sonya since she provided Hiyoko with that information. Though I knew she would go there, there's no way I could have predicted when she would arrive. Don't go doubting Miss Sonya, you cretin. I'll put you... And your hands are 6 feet under. Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incriminate your clothes? Incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them. Brutal. Gundam, please stop, for his sake. Don't pull out your fiery powers now. Save them for the boss fight. Of course, I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you. You're already dead. Even the killer couldn't predict it. Why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue? It was an unfortunate coincidence. Coincidence! Oh man, I mean, that's a ripped killer. That killer is just buff. She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends, not like her clothes that were loose. It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head and without hesitation. Oh, red, the color of life. Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made their case even trickier. That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence, which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing the imitation murders at first. Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning thus far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas? Damn, we don't know the most important part. The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very close. Any ideas, Nagito? Why are you asking Nagito? He's a crazy bitch. Oh, I can talk. I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me. What do you think? I was thinking about it for a while. I had my mouth shut, but now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide. What are you talking about? I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember there's blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. That's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide. We've already finished talking about that, you dum-dum. Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then. Ha! 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 Are you kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be. No. Wait. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around. That's very strange. What's strange? I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints are still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nico said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why? Why weren't there any footprints on the... Wait, what? Why weren't there any footprints on the ladder? Is that what we're saying, or is it the stage? Yeah, why were they footprints on the stepladder? If Ibuki used a stepladder to hang herself, it's strange there weren't any bloody footprints on it. There weren't! Yeah, the stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all. You notice such a small detail? That's amazing! You truly are the ultimate something. Like, how is our character... Like, our character's the ultimate beta cuck. Because we don't want to touch boobs. You are obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate. But why didn't you say you saw the video of Ibuki climbing a stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt she really did climb it. Unless there was something funny about the video. I see, so the reason... There's some kind of trick arranged in that video, huh? That's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw the video. It's just I thought it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we could reach that hidden truth, what if nobody saw the video? Wouldn't that be awkward? If nobody saw the murder video, they'd be like, jeez, oh man, we tried so hard. Look, Hajime has cuddled and slept with Mikan twice. We have refused to touch or see Akane's boobs several times. Not just today, but previously too. We're like, no thanks, no boobs for me. That's gross. Come on, Hajime. Get to it, man. This could be such a great hentai game that we could get banned for Twitch on. I leave it in your hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well, you should get started already. I'll definitely try. If there was some kind of hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. Think! Brain blast! Come on, do brain blast. I should figure out what's strange. I want to say it's the hair. There's no blood here. There's so many things wrong with this. I'm gonna click on the blood first. The missing blood splatter. I remember now. There was definitely something strange about the video. The hair, the blood splatter. The stepladder I mentioned earlier weren't dirty, but on one side there was a blood stain on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any blood stains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean. That's truly strange. In the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, and Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point. Even so, the fact that the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless. And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is those two stepladders were completely different. Dun dun dun! Shit, guys! Oh my god! There were two stepladders! Oh! How can there be two stepladders? Well, I wasn't ready for two stepladders to exist in this game. I'm a one stepladder kind of man myself. One of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean? You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different, am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! You're so good at video games! Why do they have to mention that like every time they talk about Chiaki? Why can't Chiaki just be a girl? You're like, wow, Chiaki, you're really good at video games. Don't you guys forget that Chiaki's a gamer girl because she's really good at video games. Like every time they mention her, it's like, Chiaki, wow, those video game abilities of yours really come in handy, huh? Video games, you're a video game girl. Like that's like her defining feature is just, wow, like let's mention video games once again. The stepladder is the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing that was placed between the killer's legs. Think? Oh, hands to get it. Oh shit. What's the difference between the video I saw in the actual crime scene? M-I-S-S-I-N-G. No. I don't know where it's trying to lead me here. The video you saw in the actual scene of the crime. I mean, they really want me to do I. Fingering. fingering. I mean, like, there's a lot of things. Like, I'm thinking of her hair. Phil... Filming. Filming location. Filming location. Ah, shoot. Stop it! Ow! Oh. Where's my O? O. C. A. Where's my T? T. Where's my T? T. I. O. N. O. N. Where's my N? Beta cuck. It's Akane's boobs is the answer. Akane's boobs are what's missing. The filming location must have been different too. What do you mean? I mean the video was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else. But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know. There's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit. What did the killer do to the surveillance camera unit? It moved it. Okay, I was like, no, not another Hangman's Gambit. Betamax film. Beta cuck, Betamax film, you can't explain that. Doop, doop, wee. Jump. Question 1. Which part stands camera did the killer tamper with? The monitor, the camera, both? I guess both? Just the camera, shoot. Whoopsie. Doop, doop, doop. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Wait, slow down, slow down. Alright, maybe I shouldn't be speeding up my entire way through. Oh man, like just get to the perfect speed, please. Come on. Just go. Okay. Question 2. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue? Slow. Go. There we go. Don't make me slow down. I want to go fast. Gotta go fast. Question 3. What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera? They took it with them. Yeah. They took it to the hospital. Dunzo! Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? The camera. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue at a hospital? The music venue. And what did the killer do with the camera? They took it with them. Brain blast! That's it! The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue when it was actually somewhere else. The only monitor was left in the music venue. At least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hiyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too. You should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us. Yeah, dum-dum. He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camel. Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor. They smashed it. They smashed it with a hammer. The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that. And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took. And they destroyed it and left the pieces as well. It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong. Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel. But it could go from the hospital to the hospital. The range is pretty limited. Where could it be? How can we know it was in a different location but not know where the location is? We're gonna hangman it. Oh, hangman's gambit. Conference room. Conference, yeah. Conference room. C. Where's my C? Where's my C? C. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot I can speed up. CON. FE. I hope my spelling is correct. RENCE. I don't need you. CE. RO. Oh shoot, oh. Y'all, you've ruined me, oh. Oh. M, baby. You'll always make a huge M. Oh, yeah. Oh. But I clicked wrong. Big M. Hit. Wow. Nice. Amazing. It was filmed in the hospital's conference room. But the hospital and the music venue look completely different. That's exactly why the killer did something to make the two places resemble each other. They did some work. It was the... thick, scrap of thick music venue curtain. There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same. What? Which place resembled the other? The conference room... Did the conference room look like it, or did the music venue look like the conference room? Did they make some kind of set? They did. Tampered with the camera? No. Music venue curtain. What does that say? The black curtain at the very back of the music venue stage. It's not wide enough to reach the sides of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket. You're pretty stupid. They look nothing alright. They look nothing alike. You're an idiot. I would love that was an agree point. You're like, Jimmy, you're pretty stupid. And I'm like, consent. Yeah, I'm pretty dumb. Alright, which place resemble the other? The conference room look like it. Or does the music venue look like the conference room? You know, like, I think either of those would be fine. Oh, shoot. I think this is it. Like, we know the answer. The killer must have fashioned a background set that resembles the music venue. Yes! I mean... One second. Step ladder, surveillance camera, AC, Fuyuhiko's account, motel. What did Fuyuhiko say? I don't think Fuyuhiko... It's gotta be the right one, I just shooting at the right thing. Yeah. So I am using the curtain. Nope. Alright. Let's try any other one. This one. There we go. Consent!